Good morning, students. Welcome to our video lecture on casting form in welding, ME31007. We will now go into the welding lecture 8.2 on defects and inspections. This subject is taught by four professors, Professor S. K. Pal, Professor S. K. Panda, Professor Ajay Sitpada, and myself. I am Nilanjan Das Chaklathar, and today we will largely look into the inspections in case of welding. Weld assessment. So there are two types of tests possible. One is destructive testing, another is non-destructive testing. So destructive testing, we typically know tensile, fracture toughness, impact, fatigue test that goes until failure. Expensive, they require specimen preparation under standard specifications. Non-destructive testing, weldments are not destroyed. Many NDT techniques are expensive and have their own limitations. What is NDT? Non-destructive testing. Inspection should be carefully planned to make sure the technique used is capable of detecting the concerned defects. Destructive tests, tensile, like ductility, elongation, tensile strength, all this information you get from tensile test. Bending or flexural, you also get ductility, elongation, tensile strength, or rather flexural strength. Impact, toughness, hardness, wear, abrasion, fatigue, and cracking, also called as Reeves test. Non-destructive inspection of welds, visual inspection, magnetic particle inspection, liquid dye penetration inspection, it's PT, X-ray inspection, RT, ultrasonic testing, UT, and air or water pressure testing, LT. Visual inspection. So visual inspection means simply we see and we detect the difference. Visual is the most common inspection method. VT reveals spatter, excessive buildup, incomplete slag removal, cracks, heat distortion, undercutting, and poor penetration if it is observed through our naked eye. Typical tools for VT consist of fillet gauge, magnifying glass, flashlights, and tape measures or calipers. So while welding, in case of visual inspection method, the rate the electrode melts, the way the weld metal flows, sound of the arc, the light given off, so these we can detect through the visual inspection during welding. After welding, we can check whether there is any undercut, lack of root fusion, any pinholes from gas or slag, amount of spatter, and dimensions of the weld. This we can check with the calipers. Visual inspections. These are fillet gauges, the legs of the weld. Convexity, weld rounded outward. Concavity, weld rounded inward. You can see the concave fillet and the convex fillet. And flatness. Liquid dye penetration inspection method, or the PT method. What happens here? Liquid penetrant is applied on the surface containing the cracks. So the dye is applied, waiting for the liquid penetrates into the crack. So the liquid penetrated. Clean off the excess liquid from the surface. So from the surface it is cleaned off, but some liquid still remains in the crack. Developer chalk emulsion is applied to enhance the visible indication of the cracks. So this is the indication. Magnetic particle inspection. Magnetic particle inspection, commonly called as magnaflux test, is only effective at checking for flaws located at or near the surface. Okay, not at the depth. Okay, so located at or near the surface. MT uses metallic powder. This metallic powder has to be magnetic or liquid along with strong magnetic field probes to locate flaws. Particles will align along the voids. This is the catch. So particles, the magnetic particles will always align along the void. So if there is a void, it will align and you will say, okay, there is a void inside. MT can only be used on materials that can be magnetized. So magnetic particle inspection, sensitivity is maximum if the magnetic field lines are perpendicular to the crack or defect orientation. So these are the magnetic field, there is a crack, so the lines are trying to avoid it. Why? Because at this end there is again a polarity has formed. So this is the global north, this is the global south. There is another north pole created here because there is a void, okay, and south. So it is trying to come here, avoid the void, and again move. So, and at the top, what we will see? We'll see the magnetic particles have also aligned themselves. Radiographic inspection. Interior defects, porosity, cracks can be examined by using an X-ray, which can penetrate through the materials, and its intensity depends on the material thickness and density. So now, not only on the surface, you are getting more information on the depth. So it will pass through depending on the thickness. Provide a permanent film record which is easy to interpret, slow and expensive. However, this method is positive to determine defect size. RT inspections can reveal flaws deep within a component. Ultrasonic testing. So ultrasonic testing is a method of determining the size and location of discontinuities within a component using high frequency waves. High frequency waves. Sound waves are sent through a transducer into the material, and the shifting time required for their return or echo is plotted. Okay? So shift in time, this is the important. Shift in time required for their return. So you're sending the sound wave. When it is returning back, the time it's taking decides whether there's any defect inside. Ultrasonic waves will not travel through air, therefore flaws will alter the echo pattern. If there is a defect, if there is air bubble inside, it will not travel through the air. So the ultrasonic waves will alter the echo pattern. Now ultrasonic testing, there are two waves. One is transmission, another is reflection. So transmission, you have the signal. This is the transmitter. Okay. So this is the receiver. So transmitter, it sends, the receiver receives it in a time lapse, and it says, okay, there is no flaw inside. However, you transmit and the receiver does not receive it, or receives it after a number of reflection of the sound wave inside. That means there is a flaw. This is the flaw. This is the flaw. Okay. In case of reflection, so it's the same system. You have here a probe. You send the signal. The signal is reflected back. You don't need a separate receiver. But the signal is reflected from the defect. They are reflected quicker. So the time shift will also be quicker here, and you easily record the defect echo. Now, method and applications for ultrasonic testing. You see, this person is fitting up the ultrasonic inspection on the pipeline. The location of the defect can be calculated, can be used to test all kinds of metals and materials, complex weldments, widely used. Moving the probe to scan the thickness of the weld with an angle probe. Okay, so you see, this thing you actually see here. Air or water pressure testing. Pressure testing or leak testing can be performed with either gases or liquids. Why gases and liquids? Because it's pressure test. You need a fluid. Voids that allow gases or liquids to escape from the component can be classified as gross, that is large, or fine leaks. Extremely small gas leaks measured in ppm, parts per million, requires a mass spectrometer to sniff for tracer gases. Why to sniff? Because identifying very meticulously. This is used in spacecrafts, pipelines, ships, etc. The summary of the entity methods: the visual inspection, defects detected, the inaccuracies in size. So these are macro defects, undercuts, overlaps. Advantages: easy to apply, low cost, no permanent record, only surface defects. Dye penetrate or the liquid dye penetration technique, surface cracks missed by visual inspection, which is missed by this one. Easy to apply, only surface cracks. Magnetic particle method, inspection method, surface and subsurface flaws. Low cost, portable, only magnetic materials, and interior cracks cannot be detected. Okay, they cannot be detected. Radiography, porosity, slag, cracks, whole lot of defects you can detect. This is reproducible, deep flaws, but expensive. Safety, skilled labor is required. Ultrasonics, all subsurface defects, sensitive, portable equipment, complex and skilled labor is needed. Pressure testing, fine through holes or pores, high sensitivity, very fine holes can be detected only for closed parts or vessels, and it has a complex setup. So this is your homework. Identify and discuss with diagram the different type of NDTA of wells. What are the advantages and disadvantages of such NDT processes, and what is the limitation of magnetic particle inspection test? So we are grateful to Professor Jeenu Paul, an ex-faculty of Mechanical Engineering Department at IIT Kharagpur, for preparing the initial draft of this presentation of the welding syllabus of ME 31007. Thank you.